19. Swear to God, I'm taking over 9.
Huh? What are you listening to?
Henry the Blasian.
Brand new.
I've been trying to fuck it up. Silly, yo, I be gone like Cheerios. Really though, swear we finna get the gold.
Hey, what's up guys, Henry the Blasian here and welcome back to another video, man. And as you guys can tell by the title of the video today, that's right, man, I'm going to be telling you guys how to succeed in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. This is always a very highly requested video every year, and it's not something that I like to make way too early on, but now that I've been pretty hands-on with the game for about almost a week now, I feel like I can give you guys the right information in order to succeed in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Now, unlike previous MyTEAMs, the last MyTEAMs followed a pretty generic blueprint. This year, MyTEAM is very different as far as seasons, the single player, and even the multiplayer modes. And today we're going to talk about just how you can take advantage of that to really have the best team while having the best time on NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. Now, this is going to apply to whether you're a budget player or whether you spend money on the game. Now, it's obviously going to be a bit more favored to the people that don't care to spend money because that is the goal after all. If you got 450s flying out the bum, then by all means, go ahead and buy your team. But for those of you that want to be able to grind, get the best team, not spend much money, and still dominate both online and offline, I'm here to help you guys out. Whether it's going to be domination, multiplayer, we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about what is worth doing and what is not worth doing. And we're going to start off with a lot of the new stuff and then dive into the old stuff. Now, if this stuff does help you out, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit the sub button. We are on the road to 250,000 subscribers, and every single person counts. Let's also aim for 2,000 likes on today's video. But today we're going to start off by talking about the basics, and that is going to be the season. It's a new season thing that's going on MyTEAM this year for those of you that aren't already aware, and this is something I heavily recommend you pay attention to, and you can actually succeed very well in this, and I'll kind of talk about it why later on. But there's going to be ways that you're going to be able to make MT off this based off the moments. For those of you that don't know, they do a lot of moments every day, every time something happens in the NBA. So if you're someone who pays a lot of attention to the NBA games usually every night, or at least looks at the stats throughout the night, you can take advantage of this because, for example, LeBron James and Rondo both had themselves a very nice game, and now you've got to use LeBron and Rondo in challenges to get XP. This means they're going to go up in the auction house. This means if you buy a couple the night before and then sell them the next day when these challenges are actually out, you will be able to make a lot of MT. Now, I know not everybody can afford a LeBron James, but as far as a Rondo goes, that's definitely an option, especially for that 300 XP. Now, going back to the subject of single player domination and honestly anything to do with offline with challenges, this is something that's going to be super important because the thing is with domination this year, you're playing it on a Hall of Fame difficulty. So this has definitely pushed people away from trying to grind this out, especially when it's all for just an Amethyst Nick Van Exel, who, by the way, is actually very good in the game. All three of these rewards right now in the game are actually very solidified hoopers. Again, especially that George Mikan. If you want to go for him, this is what you got to do. And I'm kind of going to expand on it a little bit more when I do a how to beat domination video. But what you want to do is you want to go into the playbooks, and a lot of people that were watching my live stream know about this, but you want to go to the playbooks and you want to pick up the Pistons playbook. Now, this is no cheap playbook anymore because, again, I've been pretty public with it and I've been telling people to pick it up, but now it's going for about 9.5k MT, and I know this seems unreasonable and expensive, but trust me, guys, when I say it is absolutely worth it. It's going to help you so much down the line with beating domination games, triple threat offline games, save you so much time on having to repeat games, and just trust me, guys, the return on investment on this is going to be worth it. Now, what you're going to use this for mainly is it's going to be for domination, but it's not going to be just for domination. It's going to also be used for challenges. For those of you that don't know, there is these spotlight challenges as well, and now you can beat all these challenges super easy even if you don't have a decent team. So I'll expand on it more again on my domination video, which I'll probably release either later today or tomorrow. So just hold on to that playbook for about a day and I'll kind of explain to you guys how it works. Now, this is going to help you with a lot of things as well, and going back to the seasons when you have to do ridiculous stuff like, let's say, scoring 34 points across multiple games with Jeff Teague. That's what I gotta do. It says 6 out of 34 even though I haven't completed. The one play that I'm talking about will let you score however many points you want with whatever player. Now, it is a 2-point play and not a 3-point play. 3-point plays, that's a different playbook. But as far as just getting buckets and winning the game, the Pistons playbook is going to take you a long way, not only when it comes to the season agendas, but like I said before, domination and all the challenges. When it comes to triple threat offline, I honestly don't know enough of a playbook type, but I'm sure there's one out there by bio that should be able to help you guys out. Now, if you're someone that likes to play online more, as nice as Unlimited is this year, it takes a while before you're rewarded. Now, I do like the way they did the system this year because you can't just go 12-0 in one night, but you essentially have to win almost 68 to 70 games in order to get this Paul Pierce, and your last 12 games have to be in a row. So that's something to keep in mind. You'll just end up wasting a lot of time and being super frustrated. If you're someone who's again new to the game, you probably want to hop into triple threat online because this will end up being super rewarding for MT as well. So if you get tired of playing bots, one thing I like about this year is that they've told you what you're going to be getting at every tier, and at the very top tier, if you end up getting 5 ball drops, not only do you have your chance at Terrell Brandon, but you can possibly get multiple thousands of MT, really crazy amount of tokens, and even an insane amount of deluxe packs. So this is definitely going to be huge for you guys if you really just want to build up stock and wait until the auction house starts to be on fire with pink diamonds and better diamonds and stuff. Because right now, even if you want to spend money on the game, do not be like us creators, man. Buying packs right now is really not worth it unless you're trying to complete like the current collections and stuff for tokens. But the thing about the collections this year, which I'm kind of pushed away from even though I've still locked in a couple, is you only get 10 tokens now for locking in collections. So for those of you wondering why silver cards and stuff have been a lot cheaper and easier to obtain this year, that's kind of why. Their rarity isn't as crazy. Last year I think we got either 15 or 20 tokens for them, so it was definitely a lot more. This year, not so much. And now we can actually get into talking about lineups a little bit. What lineups are gonna work? Honestly, any lineup for the most part. Now at the beginning of the year, or when you get your starter pack at the beginning, you choose your starter card and then you're going to be given a bunch of silver and gold players. Now if you're able to sell most of those players, make sure you go ahead and do so right away. Why do I say this? Is because those cards that you end up selling, you can actually get better cards for, because that's just kind of how the auction house has always worked. The freaking silver cards and bronze cards have always been worth more, but when you go to emeralds, look at the kind of emeralds you can get for how cheap. It is actually crazy. So you can already automatically upgrade your team for a fairly decent price. Now you actually want to make sure you look at the badges as well, because badges help so much with shooting. Drew Holiday in this case is actually a decent card. 6'3", can play point guard, has the clamps, heart crusher, interceptor, decent shot at 72 3-pointer, but again he's an emerald card and he's not going to do a crazy amount. I don't know the exact best emeralds and sapphires and rubies to pick up, but I'm just kind of letting you guys know that those gold and silver cards that you have in your lineup actually can end up selling for more, and you can end up picking cards up that are sapphires. I'm pretty sure even sapphires aren't going for that crazy amount of MT, and you can just add a couple to your squad just like that. Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion, is definitely worth picking up. He's an athletic point guard. He can dunk and he can shoot. Both of those are a big combination, especially because rim running is a heavy meta in the game right now. Now if you do manage to play some triple threat online, or even play domination, and you end up earning as many tokens as I did, that's when you can go ahead and hop into the rewards market. Now when it comes to the rewards market, I would not recommend flying through all this super quick. Like I said before, the game is now based on seasons. At the end of the season, a lot of people are predicting that we're going to be getting new rewards, because a lot of these rewards honestly are not worth it, which is why I could spend enough tokens to get to the pink diamond board, but I do not care for any of these cards. Every single card here looks like it's going to get outdated right away. Maybe not this JoJo White, because he's got a nice jumper, he's got 2 Hall of Fame badges and stuff like that, but even then it's not really worth it. At the max early on, I would maybe go to the amethyst tier, because you can actually get some usable cards out of that, but afterwards I would just kind of relax. As far as the emeralds, I've already picked up a couple so I can't see them, but I would recommend that you look to pick up a card called Emerald Klay Thompson. Everybody knows who Klay is. That card is going to be a great shooter for you on your team. Other than that, I'd have to do more research on the emeralds, because that was honestly the only emerald I was paying attention to. Do your research, figure out what you need on your lineup, because as much as I can tell people what cards are the best to pick up, it really comes down to your playstyle at the same time. If you can find an athletic point guard with a decent driving dunk though, that's probably the card to pick up. Anything that's got some decent speed and a decent driving dunk, just go ahead and add that card to your team. Same thing goes with the sapphires. I do wish I could see what I previously picked up. Actually, you guys can see it right here, and 2 sapphires I actually heavily recommend to you guys. Number 1 is going to be this Brian Russell. Absolutely splash for whatever reason, and also plays very great defense, standing at at 6'8" and can play the shooting guard or small forward position, you can definitely take big advantage at that shooting guard. But if you decide to play him at the 3, go ahead and get yourself this Sapphire Kendall Gill. This is another card that's an absolute beast with a decent 3-pointer and a 90 driving dunk, because like I said earlier, going to the rim is the meta in the game this year. And then after that, just kind of pick up whatever you want, because that's what I did. Luke Walton is someone who's going to be able to stretch the floor a little bit for you. Scott Pollard or any kind of big man, make sure you get on your team, because a solid big man is so important for rebounding. If you don't, you will get rebounded. Now, going back to the emeralds, an emerald I recommend you pick up aside from Klay Thompson is going to be this Myers Leonard, because not only can he rebound, not only is he a decent height at 7 feet tall, but he's also got an 83 3-pointer, and that 3-pointer right now in unlimited, it goes down. Plus, it's always nice to have that option to be able to stretch the floor. Avery Bradley isn't a bad card, but he's nothing crazy. This card is another sniper. He may not be the greatest on defense, he might be a little bit slow, but he's got that 74 3-pointer that for whatever reason seems to drop in the game. But if you're just looking for a couple emeralds to pick up, Klay Thompson and Myers Leonard are it, but that's not it. Again, when you hop back into the agendas, which I heavily recommend you guys always pay attention to, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna find that they actually added emerald reward markets right here. And here you can see you need a Myers Leonard, you need a Stacey Augmon. Now, it doesn't say you need Klay Thompson. Now, you can still pick up Klay Thompson if you want, but these are other ways to get XP, which is why I say do not spend all your tokens right away, because if 2K did this for the emerald reward market, just imagine what they're going to do with the sapphire and the ruby and the amethyst, which is kind of why I stopped spending my tokens, not only because of next season, but because of the potential to be able to earn more XP as the season goes on. And they actually just added these two as well, so this one should be a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to this. But yeah, that's gonna be my little spiel there, guys, on cards that you pick up. So keep in mind, you don't want to be hoarding cards either, especially if you're no money spent. Pick up the amount of cards that you need for your 10 or 13 man lineup and just sell everything else. The only time you should hold on to something is if you think it's really going to go up in value the next day. So again, like I said, if you pay attention to the NBA games and for one night you see that, Jimmy Butler's absolutely going off that night, make sure you pick up a couple Jimmy Butlers quickly, because a lot of people are going to be doing that and then just resell it for a high value the next day, because they'll likely be releasing a moment's agenda challenge. So that will be a ton of fun. Now, for those of you people that do like to open packs, I say this time and time again every year, and a lot of people just don't seem to listen. When you open packs, do not quick sell stuff, please. Like, for example, we'll go ahead and open a pack right here, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a duplicate or something, and what people tend to do every single year is quick sell stuff. Right here we got a Tony Allen, that's gonna be a dupe. Some people quick sell out of frustration. Make sure you send everything to your auction house. If it doesn't sell, then go ahead and quick sell it, but do not risk the point of losing value on anything, because you might be saying, HTB, to start off, that's just only 500 MT I'm losing, so what? Well, you're losing 500 MT on this pack, but imagine if you keep doing that for packs and packs and packs, that's going to be over 100k MT in value at some point. So you want to make sure you're always selling everything. I usually don't know the values for these, so I usually just let them end for bids, and I usually end up getting a pretty solid value for them. But as far as succeeding, I think I've basically covered everything. Unlimited, again, you can play if you want to, it's nothing crazy. One thing I did want to cover that I almost missed though is MyTEAM Limited, man. Try to get involved with these as much as you can, because the best thing about this is, number one, it's not going to affect your win-loss record. Number two, you're playing it at a lower difficulty. And number three, every single time you win a game in Limited, you get yourself free rewards. Like, you can get free league packs, you can get the championship ring that is available, which by the way can get you a free pink diamond Ralph Sampson. The limited mode is probably the best mode to play casually, in the sense where if you win, you get rewarded a huge amount. You don't get rewarded for one win in unlimited. You have to win 3 times here just to get a silver pack. You win in limited, you got the chance to get like a deluxe league pack, which could lead to like an amethyst Giannis and stuff like that. Now, triple threat offline is also another nice place to practice, because you got the chance to get that diamond Brian Winters as well. This one is only available till September 16th, so depending on when you're watching this video, it is going to be a different reward there. But a single player triple threat, one of the best ones. I do heavily recommend you give Domination a try though. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but again, I got you guys with that playbook and likely a tutorial tomorrow. As far as multiplayer, you want to prioritize triple threat online, then MyTEAM Limited, then MyTEAM Unlimited once you've gotten super comfortable. As far as single player here, If you're not a domination person, then definitely hop into triple threat here and pay attention to these spotlight challenges. They're honestly not the most difficult, and I know it doesn't feel rewarding getting a Sapphire Walt Frazier, but down the line it's going to help you so much, because that Sapphire Walt Frazier will actually help you lock in for a free diamond Bill Russell. If I can find it right here, it says mystery player, but it's going to be a Bill Russell. And then there's the same thing for when you go ahead and you buy the other spotlight players. So yeah, at this point I think I've pretty much covered everything. The last thing I basically have to say is make sure you're also following the NBA 2K MyTEAM page, and I'm not saying this to try to plug 2K or anything. This is more for you guys because they also do drop a lot of locker codes on there, and a lot of the locker codes, like the most recent one, had a playoff stopper pack in there, which gives you a chance at a free diamond Ben Wallace. You go ahead and resell that. That's about 90,000 MT in your pocket right there, assuming you get that lucky. But even then, you're probably going to get some free badges in that pack, contracts and whatnot. So yeah, you just want to make sure you guys are paying attention to the seasons, because again, this one gives you a chance at a free pink diamond Steph Curry. I think this is going to be the best year for budget players to be able to enjoy themselves, because there's just so much grinding to do in the game this year that it makes it a ton of fun. But that Pistons playbook that I did show you guys, if you watch my domination video likely later today or tomorrow, it's going to help you with not just domination but any sort of offline gameplay that is 5v5. So make sure you go ahead and tune into that. But with that being said, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. I know I've probably been rambling too much, but I really do like to make sure that I'm helping you guys. Otherwise, the point in the video is kind of pointless. But if you guys have any other questions, let me know down in the comment section below, and I will be happy to answer them. But with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. And for you new viewers, you know you got to hit that subscribe button and join the Blasian Nation, man. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and take care.